can join us later, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tune in.
Wonderful. Well, today we are discussing a topic that we know a lot of you guys are struggling with, and it is the topic of balancing trends with style. So with fashion that is changing faster than ever before, it's very easy to feel like you are chasing something, like you are constantly in the mood of trying to catch up.
Yes.
Or the opposite, and also the worst. You are losing a sense of your identity, I guess, with the style itself.
And I feel like that being stuck, right?
Yes.
Like we've been talking about this for a few episodes now, right? And if you all haven't seen them, tune in to our YouTube, Picado, and see our previous episodes where we talk on all of those things, on finding the identity of ourselves, our style, what that looks like, and how, right, the marketing world affects us as well in finding what our identity is in clothing, essentially.
Yes. Well, and you know, just like we've talked about it, and you've heard this phrase before, it's a cliche phrase. A closet full of clothes, but nothing to wear, right?
Mm-hmm.
It fits in here with the subject absolutely perfectly, just because if you're chasing trends, you end up with a closet that is full of post-trendy items, and they are completely irrelevant to today's day. You're struggling to figure out how to make them work when something new came up on the market, and now you're chasing a new item, but the previous ones are laying in your closet with no need, no attention, no satisfaction of wearing them.
Or how, right?
Correct.
Because you could still wear them, it's just you don't know what to do.
Yes, well, and that's where another kind of people go into a different phase. Either they are chasing the trends, or they're also playing safe, trying to stick to what they already know, which is the basics, going for safe colors, whether it is shades of black, meaning dark grays, black, variety of navies, or it's the nude tones. But regardless what the tone is, it's something that they are familiar with, something that's very easy to pair with, and also a similar style, very similar to what they have done before. This way they don't challenge themselves or trying to figure out how this fashion industry, constantly revolving fashion industry, works, what to do with it.
And I think it's sometimes too, because I've always been happy about like our decision and doing this, because one, to empower women in the topic, but also the fashion goes around men and men as well. So the fact that like starting this conversation so other people can understand what to do with their closet, how to transform it, and be comfortable with it, because right, like you said, with the trends can have those one-offs, and then you're stuck with it, and then it's like, well, what do I do now? I really like that piece, but what do I do? And so I really like that we have essentially curated this series where you get more information on how you can use those one-offs and the trends. The trends won't die. You can use it in your identity. You just need to know how to use it.
Correct, yes. So let's sit down, relax, sip some tea, enjoy, and figure out how to stay current and yet not lose yourself in this in this very fast-moving, lightning-moving industry.
And I mean, in our recap of what we had before was also related to what's upcoming as well. We've got the trend versus timeless pieces, and knowing how we can piece that all together. I just liked how you had said, you know, find your identity in those pieces first, and then obviously expand from that. Because the timeless pieces, you know, a white, neutral, or black, whatever, those tones will definitely like be that ultimate piece that you can use. but then you can add on that flavorful trend on
Sure.
top of it. And then so like right now, so our trending
Trends.
our trends. I'm excited to know what our trends are because I don't know what our trends are. So Alona, could you tell us what is the trending style right now? Since you are the professional.
Did you come that prepared?
Just a little bit. I mean, I might be wearing something essentially trending right now.
So I have to cover for both of us.
Yes.
This time.
Yes.
Well, it's really funny because spring summer 25, we were suggested a very interesting, in my opinion, trends. So we have bohemian, casual yet sophisticated trend, which was presented in a form of suede tops, bottoms, some ruffles. We also have a nautical theme, which was also called, coastal look, transformed sportswear, asymmetrical move, and also layers and layers.
I love layers. Layers are like my favorite thing because I mean, Northern Michigan, right? We don't know what the weather's gonna be like, so I usually wear lots of layers, and I can either take off or add on, essentially.
Well, not everybody can do that.
That's true. You can only take off so many layers in San Antonio, Texas.
Not only that, but your height, your body proportions can really stop you.
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna end up looking very, oh goodness, what's the, sloppy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Because you should have definition in your body.
Correct.
You want to show off those delicious curves.
Correct.
And the body features, right? Like, I love bodies, and so I look at everyone's bodies and I'm like, oh, yeah, like, that's gotta, they could have worn something tighter to, like, accentuate that, or something more loose to, 100%.
Well, and that's where it becomes a little bit challenging because you can fully hide yourself in the layers and you're gonna miss the opportunity to highlight some of those wonderful features that you have. So layers are great. I have nothing against it, love them myself, but you just want to be careful because if you follow the trend of layering, you might fall into that gap of losing the sense of
Self.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I was
So-
gonna say,
So do you actually know one trend?
I do know one trend. It's not the trend I'm wearing. Candy shop. That is the theme. Candy shop, which I think
So
it's
what
pretty
is it?
it's pretty self-explanatory because you think of candy, what's soft and sweet, and the actual is like a sweet rainbow of sugary shades. So I love the wording of these actual like colors because I think it makes a really good mental imagery of everything, which is marshmallow pink, sherbet lemon, pistachio green, and the soft pink is the biggest color trend of the season, which offers a refreshing look to those who are bored with deep tones from the dominated previous months. So we've been in that rut of coming out of winter, moving into spring, and even spring for us in Northern Michigan isn't that great of like, it's not that renewal sense. We're still in that muddy season. Moving into now summer where we have all the color, and I think that's just a lot of fun. It's very fun and flirty.
Yeah. Well, welcome. I just saw somebody joining it.
I
so just
know,
wanted
more
to-
people. Welcome.
Yes. And I agree with you. That has been a beautiful trend that started in summer, and a lot of people can wear it and look great in it. I don't know if you guys picked up on the fact, but neither myself nor Aleece can both of us can wear it, but we're just not gonna look great in those tones.
Yes.
Does it actually mean that the suggested trend is not for us?
It's true. But what's great about that is that you will learn about that in the coming episode.
So next episode is going to be actually about color analysis. So you will learn why Aleece and myself are not able to wear those colors. But for now, we'll just stick with that. Believe us.
Believe us, you'll see it.
So does it actually mean, returning back to my question, that neither one of us can wear that color? The answer is no. Yes, it's best to avoid that color close to your face because it will mute us down. We'll lose the spark in our eyes. Our hair actually will tone or will lose the shininess and overall our presentation will just presence will disappear.
It's amazing because we were so flat, like flat dead, like there was no life in our eyes. I was like, okay, so we're just not wearing that close to our upper body.
Correct. But at the same time, if you did have a skirt, if you had a pair of trousers, shorts, whatever the bottoms that you have in that color, it will be perfect if you put it together, one of us, because it may be actually your color, but one of us, if that pink color, shade of pink, was paired to, let's say, navy or green, both the combination of those two work amazing. And so putting the deeper tones on top, brighter for me, would actually create the combination where I'm trendy, right? I'm still within the current, and yet I'm within my style. So I'm not sacrificing myself, I'm just shifting the dynamics of color combinations. It can be shoes, it can be purse, it can be earrings, whatever else, just nothing close to your chest, nothing.
And I have to say, not to cut you off, but the fact that I found marshmallow pink shoes at Picado, they fit. And they look so cute.
Well, and not only that, but the dress that we also found has those colors. But the colors, the percentage of colors that is in the dress is significantly smaller compared to the rest of the tones that in the dress. So you have to take a look at the garment itself and analyze how much of that tone is there, what the percentage, where its placement, and then determine whether it actually works for you or not.
And I'm glad you brought that up because with our next episode with Callie, she will also be doing an event with us, and so it'll be very exciting to have her
Absolutely, yes.
with us at Picado, and you'll be able to witness everything happening in real time.
Yes, we'll give you more information a little bit later as time comes closer to the actual event, but for now you can keep that in mind and get excited.
Yeah, so like and follow. Make sure you're on the YouTube and in the know so that you'll know what's happening in the upcoming episodes. So what's the next trend?
Moving on to the second one. Feathers and fringes.
Yeah, you didn't see the feathers.
So feathers and fringes have taken a dominant stage on catwalks of Spring Summer 2025 from Chanel to Loewe, and transforming very simple silhouettes to fun, flirty, and very unique.
And I feel like
designs.
moving because
Correct.
I even
Yes.
watched it not knowing this trend, right? So I watched the thing, and then isn't that great? I love how the marketing aspect works out because you're like being hypnotized knowing that this is the trend. But to see that the models were just moving in ways like you could see their body in different aspects, right? If the fringe or the feathers were in certain areas and how that layered on the body itself, it was just pretty amazing. It got me excited about feathers and fringe, which I've never really been that called to before.
So did you get any?
I didn't.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean yet. There's still time.
Well, I will be honest, there will be no time for me. I have learned for myself that it is not my thing.
Not your thing.
Not my thing. No.
Yeah.
I actually feathers I can incorporate in my closet, and I had a pretty amazing jacket blazer probably, I want to say 15 years ago. And you know what, actually, I'll on YouTube video I will include this the photo, the photo, so you can actually see the blazer. Incredible piece, but what was unique about it is that it featured clear lines. It was within my style, so simpler, bolder, and especially the placement of feathers was exactly to complement the design of the blazer.
Oh,
and
nice.
that's kind of where you have to guys look and see for yourself. Is the piece, let's say, feminine enough to fit exactly your style, or is it bold enough to fit what you're looking for? Where are those details that are being suggested? And by the way, I highlight suggested by the designers, not obligating you to wear, but where are those placed? Does it fit in with your style? And then you can determine, do you want to add that to your closet?
Yes.
That actually leads me to the third trend, animal print. Now it's my turn to shake my shoulders.
She's got it now, which I love. And also in person, it's much more bold compared to how it relays via picture video, which is astonishing to see that, you know, how it's different. And it's lovely. I love it.
It has, Aleece is correct. It doesn't really shows the details, but it is a new piece at the store, our first arrivals for fall items, and I fell in love with it. Once I saw the blazer, and what came to mind to me, because I never would have looked at this before. Typically, I'm not an animal print person. I prefer solid tones, but once I saw it, it came to mind to me that I no longer stay tan in the wintertime as much as I have before. So I lose my tan, which means that I can enjoy silver tones a little bit more. Summertime, I definitely get very tan and I switch to gold. But in the wintertime, this color actually looks really good on me. So when you see that shift in your skin tone, you can play with the colors in your closet and incorporate, add some new ones that you've never done before. Plus the deeper tones of brown and green, black.
There's purple, there's green.
Yeah.
There literally has all the colors, but it's so soft and subtle that you can wear it with anything and make it pop. So
Yes.
I really love this.
So that is something that, well, you are kind of witnessing firsthand, right? Because it literally came in 2 days ago. We already sold a couple of pieces.
Limited.
And I just fell in love with it. So when you see items that you... No, the opposite. Like
like excited
you're
about,
excited about. Analyze first to see what do you have in your closet. Figure out what works, what doesn't, and how does it really translate into your style. And then make a decision.
And honestly, with that next episode coming up, I really feel that you guys, your minds will be blown. You'll get so much insight onto like what you should be doing and or getting your own color analysis, honestly, because Alona and I were like so opposite, which, I mean, we kind of knew that already, but also there was a lot of the colors that we both could wear too, which was interesting to see how that all aligns. It's just fun. Like you're best in this medium print,
Deeper,
you know.
Yes. So we ended up. We're not
spoiling. We're not spoiling.
Let's not spill the tea too early.
Tune in next week.
Yes. too much too soon.
I'm getting excited.
Let's carry on with the print.
I know. I'm sorry.
So the fun fact about print
Oh yeah.
is that at first, well, number one, that it's not only what kind of print is this?
I'd say
leopard.
leopard. Yeah, leopard.
Yes, leopard print. We also have zebra and snake that have taken over as a trend options.
Yes.
And the fun fact is that Zebra print has first occurred in fashion industry or showed up in the fashion in 1920s. Ever since that, it has repeated its appearance every 6 to 10 years. So, guess what?
Guess what?
In 10 years, this will be current.
So it's technically a trend and timeless.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
As long as my style doesn't change, then it will be. But
there you go.
So I thought you will get a kick out of it because I didn't realize how long it has been in, and usually trends repeat itself. Well, we're not going into micro trends and but generally trends repeat ourselves every 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
But if you have an item in your closet and you still love it, your body has not changed, you know what? You might be able to wear it once again in a few years.
And what I love about animal print too, that people kind of, right, it can be a very bold thing. So in the trending aspect of what's happening right now in the summer, it can be very bold, where people might stray away from it. But I love it. I mean, animal prints are like that primitive, courageous, you think like lioness, like that self-confidence, you kind of, when the lady puts on like a leopard print dress, like, that sensuality is happening in her body, like she's exuding that. And I mean, I've seen men in like leopard shoes, leather shoes,
yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it looked so good, and they had that confidence. It was that
courage,
spark, yes, and that strength and power. So even if it's subtle, I've seen you do your belts; those are awesome. Animal print, 100%. Like, that's another trend. That's a trend that I could get on board with right now.
and when I was saying that you can wear it in 20, 30 years, once again, I was actually joking, because when you find a piece that fits within your style, it doesn't matter at that point whether it's relevant, meaning whether it's trendy or not. You know that it works within who you are, and you will be confident wearing it for years to come.
Yeah. It's great. I'm excited about these trends. That's perfect.
Yeah. So, a couple of rules, right?
Rules. We do have the rules. So many rules. It's good. It's guidelines. They are rules, but
I wouldn't say there are rules, but guidelines. I guess if you guys were just wondering about how to determine whether the item actually, how to combine trends with timeless pieces, right? What I usually do, or what my suggestions would be, I would say that figure out your style first. Once you have that base covered, you can move on to your color palette. That's, again, essentially, you will get familiar. If you are not, you'll get familiar at our next episode. Create the base foundation. Once you do the capsule wardrobe, you can then start layering. You can start adding pieces that actually will give you fun, that will give you twist, that will set you apart from every single person on this earth. But the key is to figure out your bases first. With adding those fun pieces, right? Whether it's trends, whether it's colors, or no matter what else, to the wardrobe already, capsule wardrobe. Figure out what percentage of your entire wardrobe you want to allocate to those trendy, fun pieces. Because at that point, you will be in control of your closet. You will know exactly how much, I'll shift a little bit. Because if you are a person who works a lot and you are in the office, then you may not need a lot of those trendy pieces, right?
Yeah.
But if you are going out a lot and you are a very social person and you enjoy fashion, then you know what, that percentage might be greater. And also, like we talked about, keep in mind from where you are now to where you want to be. If you have those goals, if you want to transform either your presentation, your
Identity.
identity,
Where
yes.
you want to be. Yeah.
Correct. Then that's a good time to figure out from where you are, where you want to be, what that number needs to be, so you can purchase accordingly to your goals.
Because if you have like 10% of the trend and really you want to be in the trend, in the now, then at that point it's got to go a little bit more than that.
Correct.
Maybe
And you
20
just have
or
to push.
40%.
Yeah, and you just have to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Yes, it's
Working
not,
within the guidelines of
Yeah.
your style and your base.
so may not be quite easy, especially if you've never done this, but if it fits within your goals, then that's what it is. You just need to do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say would be my suggestion, because every season then you will be adding more and more of the fun pieces. You do not need to do that all at once, because all at once may not be there for you. Like for instance, if I were to go update my wardrobe at this season, I would not be buying fringes. I would not be buying feathers. I do love a symmetry, that's for sure.
There you go.
But you know what? Bohemian style is also not my thing.
I'm more trending on the bohemian style. Oh man. And it looks like our time is closing
Coming.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
So trends
No.
versus timelessness. I love how you wrapped everything up in the end, because I think the how-tos, following the guides, are the best thing for you to figure out for you, because you know we all want to be able to wear our clothes and not waste money on the clothes. Like,
Sure.
use it to our most benefit, because girl math. Girl math is if you save money, you can buy more.
Well, skip the girl math.
Just go straight to the piece that you want.
Well, again, if it's something that fits with your style, then you know that you will use it. You can splurge essentially,
Yes,
because it will serve you well. If it's a one-time piece that you may not be wearing it, then yeah.
And so then we want you to, and we touched base a little bit
Correct.
on the next episode. So we won't be live next Sunday. But we will drop the episode that we recorded with Callie on Sunday at 3, as usual, as expected. But the full episode will be on YouTube, so please make sure you like and follow. And then there'll be a little recap for you on the Instagram page as well, because that will show you our experience with color analysis.
And please, guys, let us know what you think. Whether it was a shifter for you, whether you liked it, whether what you thought was originally thought our color patterns were, well, Aleece's essentially, or whether your guess was correct or not. We just love to hear from you. Always glad to hear from you.
Thanks, guys. And again,
Thanks
this
for
is
tuning in.
Sunday Tea at 3 with Alona.
And Aleece.